Hey everyone, Sarah here. Have you ever felt like your English is good? You can understand almost everything, but when you speak, it just sounds a little bit like a textbook? You're grammatically correct, but you feel like you're missing that natural flow? Well, you are not alone. This is one of the most common challenges for intermediate English learners, and it's exactly what we're going to tackle today. We're going to dive into 10 common everyday phrases that native speakers use all the time, but you won't find them in your average textbook. These aren't complex idioms or slang. They're just small, powerful expressions that will make you sound more like a native speaker and less like a robot. Get ready to supercharge your speaking skills? Ready? Let's jump in. Our first phrase is I'm all set. You've probably heard I'm ready or I'm good, but I'm all set is a fantastic alternative. It's polite, versatile, and very common. Imagine you're at a restaurant and the waiter asks if you need more water. You can say, "No, thanks. I'm all set." It means you have everything you need. You're completely ready. Or maybe you're packing for a trip and someone asks if you've got your passport. You can respond, "Yep, I'm all set." It's a great way to show you're fully prepared or that you don't need anything else. Practice saying it out loud. I'm all set. It has a nice, smooth flow to it. Now, let's consider a few more scenarios. A colleague asks if you need help with a presentation. You can say, "Thanks for offering, but I'm all set." Or your roommate asks if you want a snack while they're in the kitchen. You can reply, "No, I'm all set, thank you." It's an easy, polite way to decline an offer. Next up, we have for what it's worth. This is a great phrase to introduce an opinion or piece of advice that you think might be helpful, but you don't want to sound too pushy. It's a way of saying, "This is just my opinion," or "I don't know if this is helpful, but..." For example, you might say, "For what it's worth, I think you should take the bus instead of the train. It's cheaper." You're offering your advice without forcing it on the other person. You're acknowledging that your opinion may not be the most important, but you're offering it anyway. This phrase adds a layer of politeness and humility to your speech. Another example could be giving a coworker feedback on a report. You might say, "For what it's worth, I think the conclusion could be a bit stronger." It softens the criticism and makes the other person more open to hearing your thoughts. The third phrase is to get the hang of it. This one is perfect for when you're learning a new skill. It means to become familiar with something and to be able to do it with some proficiency. For instance, learning to play the guitar was tough at first, but I'm finally starting to get the hang of it. Or, "Don't worry, you'll get the hang of the new software after a few days." It shows that you're in the process of mastering something. It's a very encouraging and relatable expression. Say it with me. Get the hang of it. Think about a friend learning to cook. You can say, "Just keep practicing. You'll get the hang of it soon." It's a phrase of progress and patience. It's also used to describe a new job or task. The new accounting system was confusing at first, but after a week, I'm starting to get the hang of it. Let's talk about to be on the same page. This phrase is used when two or more people understand and agree on a situation or topic. It's perfect for professional or team environments. If you're planning an event with a friend, you might ask, "So, are we on the same page about the guest list?" It means, do we have the same understanding? When you finish a conversation, you can say, "Great. Glad we're on the same page." It's an efficient way to check for mutual understanding. It shows that everyone is aligned. You can also use it in a negative sense. I'm not sure we're on the same page about the project deadline. I thought it was Friday, not Wednesday. This is a clear, concise way to express a disagreement or a misunderstanding. It's about alignment and clarity. Our fifth phrase is to cut someone some slack. This means to be more lenient or forgiving with someone. It's a compassionate phrase you can use when someone is struggling or makes a mistake. For example, he's been working late all week. We should cut him some slack if he's a bit tired today. Or, it's her first day. Let's cut her some slack. It's about giving someone a break. It's a very kind and empathetic expression. You might also use it when you're feeling stressed yourself. I've been so busy lately, so I'm trying to cut myself some slack and not worry about every small thing. This shows a level of self-compassion that is very natural in everyday English. It's a phrase that builds empathy. Next, we have to have a lot on one's plate. This is a great way to express that you or someone else is very busy. I'd love to help with the project, but I have a lot on my plate right now. It's a vivid image, like your dinner plate is completely full. You can't add anything else. It's much more descriptive and natural than just saying, "I'm busy." It conveys the feeling of being overwhelmed with tasks and responsibilities. It's perfect for explaining why you might be slow to respond to a message or why you can't take on another task. I can't join the committee right now. I just have too much on my plate. It's a polite and clear way to set boundaries without sounding rude. Number 7, to be in a pickle. This is a fun and informal way to say you are in a difficult situation or a tough spot. You might say, "My car broke down and I have a job interview in an hour. I'm in a real pickle." It's a bit of a classic. It's not very formal, so save it for friends or family. It's a lighthearted way to talk about a problem. You could also say, "I'm in a pickle because I accidentally double-booked my appointments for today." It's a charming, slightly old-fashioned phrase that will make you sound very native. The 8th phrase is to get a hold of someone. This simply means to contact or reach someone, usually by phone. For example, "I tried to call him all day, but I just couldn't get a hold of him." Or, "Could you get a hold of the manager for me?" It's a common and practical phrase. It's a little more direct than just saying contact. It implies a real effort to connect. You might also use it when talking about reaching a company or an organization. "I've been trying to get a hold of customer service for an hour, but their lines are busy." This phrase is about persistence in communication. Our 9th phrase is to call it a day. This means to stop working on something for the rest of the day. It's used when you're finished with work or a project. After a long meeting, the leader might say, "I think we've covered everything. Let's call it a day." You can also use it for a personal project. "I've been studying for hours. I'm going to call it a day and relax." It's a great way to signal that you are done. It's also a very common phrase in a workplace setting to wrap things up. Okay, team, we've made a lot of progress. Let's call it a day and pick this up tomorrow. And finally, our last phrase is to be a big deal. This can be used in 2 ways. First, to say something is very important. Getting this promotion is a big deal for my career. Second, it can be used sarcastically to say something is not important. For example, if someone is complaining about something small, you might say, "Oh, it's not a big deal. We can fix it." This phrase is versatile and incredibly common in everyday conversations. It shows that you understand the significance, or lack thereof, of a situation. When you tell a friend some exciting